Hello, beautiful souls. Hello. Welcome to the energy reading or the energy update reading for this weekend. So it's whatever shifts are coming in or what's changing or what needs to be talked about at the moment. Starting May 6th through 8th. I was going to say 8, but 8th. So hello, I'm Amber, by the way. How are you? We're going to start with Aries. Also, just so you know, the collective energy is on Patreon. So it's the weekend energy as the collective, everyone, the shift energy. Okay. So, Aries. Okay. All right. Aries. Let's get into it. Okay. We're going to do cards first. And then I'll pull an oracle card. So, Aries. Okay. Temperance, Two of Swords, and the Star. Okay. Your attention is being put towards being way too patient or being way too excessive. So it really has to do with you finding balance where you are. It's really important for you to find balance. Okay? Don't be too far to the left, too far to the right. It's about finding that space right in the center. Okay? You have to be able to make decisions. It's important for you to make decisions because you're really in the early steps of changing things. You're in the early steps of shifting your mindset and focusing on what's important and what's not important. So you have to be balanced. You have to be able to see like the good and the bad to make those right decisions in the in between. I feel like there is no yes and no. There is no right or wrong. And I'm saying this with a light heart. But it's just about finding that special spot in between. And this is about healing. So you don't make too many quick judgments or quick decisions. Very interesting. And to keep a little hope and optimism in between that area for yourself. Yeah. They're talking about in the past you've put all of your energy into one thing or all of your time and focus into one thing, okay? And you become a little bit, I don't know if obsessed is the word, but a little bit bonded to that idea. And it's so important for you to be able to see all sides and all facets of things. This is the quickest way for you to get what you want in life, to be where you need to be, and to be on the side of progression and not the side of stagnation. Okay? Yeah. All right. Hope that makes sense. Cleanse and detoxify. With great love and respect, we ask you to detoxify your precious and sensitive body. At your request, we'll help you develop life-affirming ways to deal with stress, as well as ease any sorrow at shedding your old ways. Give your cares, worries, and concerns to us and feel the beautiful grace of your newly purified body. You need to be able to just be. That's the thing. It's like something's going to come in, Aries, that's going to heal you. It's like a wish come true that's coming in for you. And it's important for you to not be so focused on one specific thing or in one specific mindset, but to allow yourself to just be. And don't fall into old habits either. I feel like I do want to tell you that you have, yeah, I think I said this, that you are predisposed to falling into old habits and going into the wrong direction. It's going to definitely slow you down. And this is just a warning to sort of stop you from doing that, to stop you from going in that direction, because you're on the right path. You're doing the right things. You're going to be great. Okay? Okay? All right. Well, thank you for being here, Aries. I love you. And I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. All right, Taurus. Hello, hello. Welcome to your weekend update. And let's see what we have for you, Taurus. We have ask us to help you in this situation, and we will immediately go to work on your behalf. We're governed by many universal laws, and among them is the free will that allows you to make your own choices and decisions. So we patiently wait for your request. Taurus, it's really important for you to remember that your spirit guides are there to help you. Okay? You do not have to do everything on your own. Obviously, there are things also that you do not have control over, unfortunately, like the universal laws. So you have to learn how to go with the flow of those things. Also, they're talking about balance. Okay? But this is like balance of self. Understanding that all experiences as a whole are important as well, not just one specific thing. Okay? You are walking into a new state of being as well, but this is about emotional happiness and fulfillment. I do feel like there is going to come a time this weekend or sometime this week, I feel like, where there is a bit of stagnancy, right? Because you want to stay where it is that you are. Like, you want to stay in this spot. You understand it. It makes sense. It's stable to you. You don't want to change things. But I feel like it's because when you start working or walking into this new way of being or this new emotional space, you're thinking to yourself, I'm not really, not that you're not really into it. It's like, I don't know if this is going to be stable. I don't know if this is going to work for me. Right? This is a good time for me to stop because it feels like things are on a good track. So this is just a reminder to keep going. And also, if you can't handle it or things are too much, this is when you talk to your spirit guides. This is where you connect to your intuition. This is where you pray for strength. Okay? Because the key here is to get you out of old energy, old thoughts, old mindsets. And I feel like it's sneaking back in there for you to like shut down again because it feels safe or it feels stable. Some of you are falling back into working on your career, but it feels more like back into old habits. Aries had the same type of energy. But yours is more on an emotional stance. It's kind of like, oh, I was doing this to raise the emotional energy and now it's there. So I can go back to how I was. But this is more about a growth process for you. Okay. This is about emotional balance of all facets and not just one. So this is not like a goal. Okay. For you, Taurus. This is not like a goal. Like, oh, I've reached this milestone or I've gotten this lump sum of money. I can stop now. This is something that you're integrating into your life for the time, for like the future. So you have to keep doing it because you're trying to build a legacy. This is something that you're trying to do for a long time. That's the only difference between you and them. But yeah, it's like things are happening, things are changing, and you're immediately kind of wanting to shut down or hold on to that energy. Okay. But you have to keep going, because all of this is, it's like a pot, a big stew for dreams to come true. For it's like you need that emotion, you need that intuition for everything to kind of mix together in the right way, for it to be the right texture, I guess, for you. Okay. So Taurus, I love you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Hello, Gemini. So welcome to your weekend update. Let's see what we have for you. Life purpose. The purpose of your life is to serve in a way that brings great joy to yourself and others. Don't worry about finding your purpose, and stay focused upon serving a purpose, and then your purpose will serve you. Okay, this is about your mission statement. This is also about your career and money making. Okay, I feel like you want to get more stable in life. You want more stability. You want more money. You want your path. Okay, so, and that is a very honorable thing to want to have. Okay, but at the same time, sometimes you can feel lost. Sometimes you can feel like you're not on that path. It doesn't mean that you stop. It doesn't mean that you go off to the side. What it feels like is your energy is shifting, or your focus is shifting, or you're getting deeper into that idea. So let's say at first you're like, I want to help people. And then you think, I want to be a counselor. And then that turns into, I want to be a marriage counselor. And then it turns into, I want to be a marriage counselor, a Christian marriage counselor, or something like that. It can get more specific, and that focus can break down. But it's like you have to allow it to happen. You have to allow those moments to take place. Those moments of realization, that's what we'll call them, to take place in your life. Okay. So this is a good time to get your mission statement together. It doesn't have to be just for a business, but for you specifically. Okay. So this is like, okay, yeah, I wanted to make more money. That's where you were. I wanted to get my life together. I wanted to know what I want to do next. And then you think, oh, I want to help people. Okay. So this is your time to start volunteering or connecting with others in some sort of way. Volunteering is the first thing that comes to mind, but then you stick with that for a while until you get specific on other things. Okay. But don't overflood your mind, your energy, or the wave of growth. Cause I feel like it's like a stair step to growth, to figure out where you want to go. You know, it's, you got to let it flow. You got to let it happen. That's what I see. Okay. And also it'll help you stay on track. All right. And not be, you know, you don't want to go to school to do counseling and then decide later you want to be a nurse and have to change. If you can, you know, stop that from happening. But that's what it is. Because right now you're in this specific mindset, especially with the 7 of Cups, where you can kind of be all over the place and change your mind all the time. But at least focus on one general concept and stick with that for now. Okay. All right. So yeah, lots of options. I feel like your mind is open to lots of different things that you want to do. You're a little bit confused, but mostly it feels like your spirit energy is opening, right? So this is a good time for you not to take action as much as it's for you to be receptive to your intuition, to your thoughts, to ideas. Start writing them down, start figuring things out, but less about you taking action. Okay. Yeah. You need to stay where you are. Okay. And don't think of it as you're not giving to your future, or you're not putting action into your future, right? You're really just trying to build up ideas. So when you do take a move, when you do take a step, it is something that is solid and you don't have to change it immediately. Okay. So everything that you're going to, I feel like, learn in this rest is kind of back and forth, because I feel like you're taking pieces of each thing. Sometimes you're leaving things behind. And this could also be people as well. Or for those of you in Business, this is like business practices that you're leaving behind and picking up new ones, or even people. I don't know if I said that or not, but even people. Okay. But things will make sense. It'll all come together with the Wheel of Fortune. This is just a part of the journey. It's a part of the steps. It's a part of the process. Okay. But you're still achieving your goal of finding your life purpose, of getting your life in track and in order. It's just that you got to pick and choose right now. Okay. All right. But they want you to stay on track. It's like they want you to expand, but also they know that you can be highly idealistic from time to time, and they don't want you to be like fully into something else, fully into this, and then have to go back. So it's like, hold on to the pieces that are important to you or that give you purpose, and then you can sort of tweak them as you go. Okay. All right. I love you, and I'll talk to you later, Gemini. Bye-bye. Well, hello, Cancer. So let's see what we have for you this weekend update. You have time to go. The sun sets and rises each day, and it's the same with the avenues in your life. See the beauty within each sunset in your life, and know that the sun will also rise again tomorrow. Endings are merely the start of new beginnings, and we are with you through each phase and cycle. You are going through a cycle change. I can see that. Whether this is career or in love, like stability with love. It feels like if it's love, you were really into someone and, you know, like really focused on that person, or really feeling like it was going to go the long haul, or you were really like in it for a while. It's one of those. But it feels like things are changing. There are shifts going on in that energy, but you have to be okay with it. It's really, it's for your progression. It's for your best self. It's for your best situation, whether you see it that way or not. Okay. Yeah. So you were in a situation where you were not really in control. It was almost like either that person was in control, or like that job situation was in control. It's like you were not the driving force in that. Whether you think you were or not, you really were not. I feel like you kind of sacrificed yourself because it was like, I have to, or this is how it's gotta be, you know, but it was very like superficial. It wasn't practical for you. You know, you weren't progressing. You weren't moving forward. It wasn't giving you what you need, whether this is a relationship or a job, because these are the two things that I'm feeling. It really wasn't helping. You weren't taking anything to the new steps. Everything was superficial. Everything was either about just the money, something like that. It didn't really have any judge, no life force to it. Okay. But this is you moving forward and getting out of a sense of stagnancy. It's like you want something that has some sort of a substance to it, whether relationship or job or life, or moving life forward. And this is your opportunity to do that. Right. This is not, you know, it's like, it also gives you a moment with the Hangman to change the way that you view relationships or success in work, right? And not be so charmed. Like, how were you charmed to stay in this kind of situation? Was it the money? Was it sex? Was it companionship? What was it that had you charmed to stay there? And that is that energy that you're working on. So that's something to look at for you. Okay. Because it's something superficial that doesn't nurture you. That's what that's what the universe wants you to see, is that you drive towards that for some reason, but it doesn't really nurture you spiritually. It doesn't really give you anything. It's just that false feeling of being supported, but obviously you're not getting anything from it if it doesn't fulfill you. If you're being passive, if you're not being seen, if you're not being respected or recognized. Okay. So this is to get you to move forward. Now, it's a slow and steady process of healing. It's a slow and steady process of shifting that energy, and looking at things in a new perspective, gaining a little bit of grace. Yeah. But you do know that you don't need to go back. I will say that. Okay. Keep pushing forward, keep moving forward, don't go back. Okay? All right. I love you, Cancer. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Hello, Leo. Let's see what we have for you. I'm not even going to say I knew this card was coming out. Okay. You now have the opportunity to write the script according to your heart's true desires. Once you clearly decide upon your true desires and know that you're ready to and deserving of them, they'll rush into your life as if by magic. This is interesting because what I'm seeing for you, Leo, is you see the sun in front of you. Okay. It's like you're in this garden, this beautiful flower garden. You see the sun in front of you and you start running towards the sun, and then you just start slowing down. It's almost like the closer you get, the warmer it gets, and the more you're like, wait, is this a good idea? Or is this not a good idea? Because it's getting warm up there. Am I going to get burnt? It's like you were so excited about what you were doing, and you start slowing down a little bit, because the closer you get, the more doubtful you get, the more you start to question what it is you wanted before. Okay. This is a good time to focus on what it is that you want and what it is that is that goal that you're trying to achieve. So it's not that you're trying to get to that place. It's not like you're trying to reach the radiance of the sun. It's more that you're just trying to be happy. And that's what you need to follow. It's like, I just want to be closer to the light. Okay. So you want to be closer to the light so you can see things clearly, which is really the reason why you're running towards it. It's not about getting so close to it that you burn yourself, But sometimes you can be so blinded by the beauty of the sun that you keep going a little bit too far. That's what it is. Okay. So this is about focusing on what's important. Okay. And not getting so overly involved that you lose track. Okay. Or that you lose the purpose of what it is you're doing and just stop midway. Okay. Interesting. All right, Leo, let's see what we got. Okay. Yeah, the whole purpose is you've been treated unfairly. Things have not been fair to you. Something hasn't been fair to you, even though you think that you've done what is right. Okay. It's like you've been loyal and you're tired of being blindly loyal to something. Or this is your chance to see that you have been blindly loyal to something and you need a little tiny wake up call. Okay. I feel like your focus right now is to leave something behind or to move away from something. And it feels very passionate to me, almost like you're very stuck in what it is that you're doing. You're very stuck in creating this change, whether in money or in your life, or shifting something out, shifting something in, but very focused on what it is. Okay. But I feel like there's a little bit of blindness here due to the passion of what it is that you're trying to make happen. So this energy is trying to steady you. So, yeah, it's trying to steady you because you're so focused on what was done wrong to you that you're actually not seeing clearly. This is why you're running towards that proverbial sun. Okay. So slow down a little bit, take focus on what it is that you're trying to achieve. This is a time to stop and get practical, okay? And not be so driven by your passion, by your, by like blinded by passion or anger or any weird feeling that you have, right? This is not saying that you need to take a whole step back, because I'm not feeling that with the Eight of Cups. Okay. Some of you are worried, and that's why you're stopping. Some of you are worried. Some of you are worried if you're going to be successful or be happy in this new situation. So you're slowing down a little bit. But again, this is a good time to get practical about what you want or what you're trying to achieve in your life. A lot of you, this is about a new job as well. You want to make sure money is coming in. I'm getting a lot of small messages now, so bear with me. You want to make sure there's a lot of money coming in. It's almost like you can stay in a situation that you're in for a job-wise for some of you, but it's not fair for you to stay there. So it is time for you to move on. But they don't want you to be so overly passionate about it that you forget why you're doing it. Also, you could fall back and just be like, I'll stay. It's kind of like that energy just slows down, because I can feel it. Like the energy just dies down and you're like, oh, whatever, you know? You are trying to move in a new direction, and it's okay for you to do that, but you don't need to be fueled with such passion about it. But you do need, confidence about where it is that you're going. So there's a difference. You don't want to be reckless. Also, I'm seeing a relationship situation in here. There's a reason. You need to know, Leo, there's a reason why you wanted to leave a person or a job situation. Okay. There's a reason why you wanted to. And that passion, that drive, that anger, that feeling is what got you going. But now it's time to sort of shift out that teenage push forward and to get more into adult energy about what it is that you're doing. And I feel like that's what's bothering you, is because you're like, oh, that energy is calming down. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe this means something, but it doesn't. It doesn't. It's just making you more mindful about what it is that you're leaving behind. So you're starting to think about things a lot more clearly. It's like you're remembering the people that are around you. You're remembering your family and why you're doing it. There's a lot of factors involved, and I feel like all of them are starting to come into view. But you are moving on for a reason. It's not bad. It is for you to find justice and do what's fair. But also it's slowing you down from being so blind that you're just running into that sun. Okay. Okay. I hope that makes sense, because it was just mostly just visions at this point for you. But thank you so much. I love you, Leo. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Hello, Virgo. Let's see what we have for you. You have twin flame. The answer to your question involves a spiritually based romantic relationship. This one is for specific Virgos and not all of them. I can tell you that right now. I feel like the story's going to change quite a bit on this one. Okay, Virgo. So the first thing I saw was a cloud. And it's interesting because this cloud is in some sort of jar, and it's like a rain cloud or a storm cloud, and it's in a jar. And at the bottom of the jar, there is what looks to be like a colander or shift, like something to get grease out. I don't know why I came up that way, but there's rain like dripping from it, but it's contained within this container. And the shift part or the colander part, it's like you have control over how much comes out or what comes out of it. But for some reason, it's like you're afraid that it's going to bust out of this container or that things are going to happen. It's like fear, right? So you're letting it rain on top of you to not make it overflow or burst when it's really tightly sealed. Like, you can control whether or not that you're going to get wet. But for some reason, you're choosing to get wet because you're afraid of what'll happen if you shut it off all the way. So that's what I'm seeing here. And this is about love. Okay. This is you trying to control a situation because you're afraid of what's going to happen. Okay. The problem is you can't control it. You can't control love. You can't control how you feel about this person. You can't control this energy. It is what it is. Okay. That's what I feel. It is what it is. You feel like you feel. You want this person in your life. You're trying to control the amount of energy that you're putting into it. But guess what? You can't. Okay. You can, but it's more like you're putting yourself through a vice grip or stress that you don't need to have because of fear or because of wanting to be in control or what if this happens? What if that happens? What if? Okay. And this could also be true of just life in general, of money, of career, of whatever. You're trying to control something that really has a life of its own. You just got to let it unfold. Okay. The more that you try to control it, the more you're holding it back, which is just going to make it seem like it's busting out of the seams. And then, then you're going to be in for a wild ride that you didn't need to be in. Okay. But where you were supposed to be anyway, you're just holding it off. Okay. So let's see what we got, Virgo. Oh, you are purposely trying to control your emotions about something. Okay. Purposely. You're purposefully leaving yourself out in the cold. Okay. But giving yourself reasons on why you can't do something. Interesting. It's like you're trying to stop a disaster from happening. And this is how you're looking at it. You're like, I'm trying to stop something bad from happening. I'm trying to stop something from affecting my work, my money, my life. Okay. But whatever it is, it's superly emotionally attached to you. Okay. This also could be a water sign. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We're about to get specific for you. I can see Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces that would affect you. And you're like, I'm trying to ignore this or push this energy away so it doesn't destroy everything. Okay. But there's some connection, maybe not with this person. Maybe this person is involved. There's some connection where it's kind of meant to be a part of your life. Not this person specifically. Okay. It could just be something emotionally driven. Okay. Because this is, like I said, it's going to be connected in some sort of weird way. But in your mind, Virgo, you're like, it's smarter for me to take this approach, to do it this way. But what you're doing really is just causing a delay because it just seems like it's going to be chaotic or complicated or just a lot to deal with. So you're like, I'm not going to deal with this. So you're putting your emotions behind you. You're putting this person behind you. You're putting this energy behind you. Okay. Because you don't want to deal with it. The problem is here is it's still coming. Okay. No matter how you try to push things away, no matter how you try to block yourself, I can see here with the 5 of Pentacles. No matter how you try to deprive yourself of the situation, change is coming with the Ten of Swords. Okay? So it's like you're trying to shift your thoughts. But the thing is, something's trying to come full circle. Something's trying to close up. Something's trying to come into your life. And you can take a passive approach, okay? But you're going to be overthrown. It's just meant to take place. You can try to keep the peace, but it's coming, you know? It just feels like it's meant to be. It's a situation that's going to happen. It's like these emotions are going to overthrow. No matter how you try to make a decision, it's like these emotions, this situation has kind of already made a choice for you. I'll say that for sure. I definitely feel that. I feel like it's coming regardless if you want it or not. It doesn't feel bad. It feels a little bit chaotic in the way that it's confusing, but I don't feel like, like, it don't feel like, sulfur raining down from the skies. I'm going to be honest with you, but it does feel a little bit uncomfortable. It does feel like something you don't want to deal with. Yeah, it does. It does feel a little bit emotionally stressful. That's what I'm saying. Okay. I see you being a little bit like, you got to think about what you're getting. You're getting something here. A relationship, companionship, balance. There's something that's coming out of this that's not necessarily bad, but it just is a little bit emotionally stressful and you kind of don't want that in your life. But you can't just shut things out and think that it's going to go away. It looks like it's just meant to be. It's a situation that's meant to be. It's meant to come around. Yeah, We'll see how that unfolds for you, okay, Virgo? So I love you. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Well, hello, Libra. Let's see what we have for you for your weekend update. Well, that just came flying right on out, didn't it? For you, I see a teapot. And it's like pouring out like this. Drip, drip. And then it's stopping. And then it's going drip, drip, and then it's stopping, drip, drip, and then it's stopping. First, let me say this. You're trying to put something in a neat little package, okay? It's almost like you have emotions, feelings, something you want to get out of you. I don't know if it's a confession. I don't know if it's like potential of you achieving something, but it's like you're trying to lightly feed it. It's like you're being very posh, like you're trying to, I know this is weird, but it's like you're trying to drip, drip real slowly or real calmly and do it real cutesy, like, instead of just being like a pitcher of water, just letting it all fall. I feel like you're trying to be like, I don't know, cute about it. Crown chakra. Pay attention to your ideas as they are messages of true divine guidance sent in answer to your prayers. I've been saying this for a long time, Libra. Yours is about following what you know. And this just isn't about like your heart. This is just like a knowing. You just know what you know, Stop trying to find reasons, or it's like you're trying to reason something down so much to a point that it makes you inactive. It makes you not in the flow because you're just trying to reason it down so much. It's like, it is what it is. You know what you know. You feel what you feel. It is what it is. That's what it is to me, right? You got to know when something's sent to you, and, it is, you can't, this is the other thing too, Libra. You can't always reason out spirit's gifts for you, or the universe giving you something, or realizing that something good is happening to you, or this is for you. You can't reason that out. It just is what it is. It's like kismet. It's like, serendipity. It is what it is, and you just have to go with it. But I feel like there's so much like trying to save face, which is what I said for you, I feel like last week. Save face or save energy or be on the right side of things. I don't know, that you're missing the point. But anyway, okay, let's see what we got. Oh, Libra. Holding on to the old situations, old life, holding on to old ideas. Like I said I would never do this. Okay, sometimes you can go back on that. It's okay. It's not a big deal. Okay. But that's what it is. It's like you're holding on too tightly to this old idea. Something's trying to fall away from you, or something's trying to change. It's like you're you're forcefully trying to do it like in a cutesy way, or give just enough of yourself or something of that nature. But this is like a tension point. It's like a crack. It's like a crack in a glass, and you're trying to just keep super gluing it, but it just keeps breaking apart again. You're stopping your rebirth from coming in. You're stopping what it is that you wanted for yourself to come in. It's like you prayed for something. You're getting it, and you're like, wait, it wasn't supposed to come like this. It doesn't matter how it came. What's interesting is that you know what it is. You know what it is. You know what it is that you should do. And I've been saying this, but I feel like there's so much logic in trying to be orderly and trying to make sense of things that it's getting you like trapped, especially with both of these cards, the King of Swords and the Devil in reverse. It's like, exactly what it is that you need to do. You know what it is that you need to let go of, but there's a fear of doing that. And this is the cutesy stuff. Okay? This is you watching, waiting, knowing, but also looking for a sign. It's interesting because what's here is the sign, but you're like looking for another sign. What is the other sign that you're looking for? I'm not quite sure. But now it's time for you to start nurturing the things that you want in your life, right? What do you want in your life? What do you want to develop? What do you want? This is a time for you to nurture those things of what it is that you want, instead of holding back something or forcing something out of your space because it just doesn't look like it should be in this kind of package, or it's not packaged up neatly. Start nurturing the things that you do want in your life. It's like ushering this thing, this person that you're going to treat like I don't want to say a spiritual object, but an important object to you. Okay, an important life choice, an important situation. It's like time for you to start nurturing that, because the universe is trying to give you something. Okay. All right. The Libra, thank you so much. I love you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Hello, Scorpio. Let's see what we have for you. Welcome to your weekend update. Let's see. Scorpio, you got a toaster oven. And you're sitting there and you're waiting for the bread to pop out. And you're like, come on. So you've already prepped for something to happen. You're ready for it to happen. Indigo. The person you're inquiring about is an indigo, meaning highly sensitive, natural born leader. So you're waiting on a person. This person's going through a psychic, intuitive awareness type of thing, or they need to feel their feelings. They need to feel what's going on. Okay. This is a very intense person, and they're not intense, but they're very focused on what it is that they choose. The thing you need to know is they see the specialness in you. Okay. It's more like they don't know what to do with it. They don't know how to handle it. It's going to make big changes in their life. They're trying to decide, if this is what they want to do, if this is what they want to deal with or not. But you're waiting. You're like, I put all the effort in. I put the toast in. I plugged it up. I did all the work. Now I'm just waiting for it to come. Just waiting. Some of you didn't plug the toaster up. Some of you are missing a step. Okay. You can't force the toast. You can't force the person, you can't force the goal. But I feel like I have to do something. I have to make something happen. I have to show this person. I have to show this energy. I have to do these things. The problem is you have to just stand still, and you don't like it. Because you're the leader of your world. You're the manifester of your world. So you like to make things happen. That's the energy that you're in. You're having a hard time being passive. And this is the issue. You're having a hard time with not getting answers, with not making things happen. And that's the energy you're in right now. And you're having a really hard time with it, Scorpio. Okay. It's going to come back around. I'll say that. It's going to come back around. You just need to sit in this. You need to know that you've done all that you can. If you haven't, this is the time for you to do that. Okay. Like, do it and then let it go. Okay. Not keep doing it. But most of you have done all that you can. I would say give me a percentage, 83. Weird. Have done all that you can. And you just need to wait on this person to be confident enough to step forward, to make things happen, to feel self-assured. That's pretty much it, unfortunately. It's just that you see things not being successful, or you see things not moving the way that you want it to, but there's nothing that you can do at this point because you've done all that you can. They need to be confident. I know you don't like that, but it's just that you have to wait. That's really it. But with the Six of Cups in reverse, I do see things coming back around. I do see, this is the thing. I do feel like this person or this goal that you're trying to achieve is coming in. But as soon as this person or this goal comes in, it's like it'll be open to recepting. Okay. So it's like there's that self-assuredness. There's this, I want to be with Scorpio. There's this situation is for me. This job, this whatever is for me. I have it. But then you're going to have to develop it. You're going to have to take the time to work with it. Okay. But they're telling me it's a slow and steady process. So the toast comes up. And then you got to butter it. And then you got to put jelly on. And then you got to let it cool down. And maybe you want to make a sandwich. And then you got to fry bacon. It's a process, unfortunately. So there's a little bit of naivety that's going to go into this. A little bit of clinging to being passive. But set, if that makes sense. Okay. So it does for a while look like it's going to be unsuccessful with the sun in reverse. Looks like there's maybe a sense of being disoriented or not knowing if this is the right direction or what's going on, but you kind of got to go with the flow on this one. Okay. But it does have a spiritual connection to you in some way, or this person does. Okay. All right. I love you. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Well, hello, Sagittarius. Okay. Sorry, I had a bubble in my throat. Okay. Spirit, what do you have for Sagittarius, May 6th through 9th? Okay. So for you, I see a balloon. You're holding on to the string on this balloon. But it's interesting because it gives me the feeling like it could be higher, but you're holding it at some sort of level. Don't know why you're doing that. It's almost like you're scared it's going to go away or something's going to happen to it. You have deal with addictions. It's time to let go of behaviors that are blocking you from your heart's desire. Ask Archangel Raphael to help you with this healing. It's time for you to sage the place that you work, Sagittarius, your home. It's time for you to start saging things. Okay. I feel like this is, you need to let go of like old energies and old behaviors, old fears. It's interesting because I feel like you're trying to rise above it, but there's still some that's lingering there. Okay. So this is a really good time for you to start saging, releasing, moving on from something. Okay. Yep. There's the world wanting to come out with the Chariot. Okay. So that's what's blocking you from ending a cycle, completing something, fulfilling some karma, moving on from a lesson. Okay. With the Chariot in reverse, it's like turbulence, fear, going in the wrong direction. It's like you need to fully self-master or fully accept that something is ending and not going in the wrong direction, or fully accept that you got to let something go or move on from something. Okay. That's the main situation. So, you're in a really good spiritual energy. I feel like you understand things. I feel like your intuition is working with you very well during this time. So it's one of those things, Sagittarius, where you know what you should do, you know how you should handle something, but it's you that's not letting it happen. Because spirit is like throwing things in front of you or showing you things or putting you in situations, but you're the one that's doubting it or doubting that energy. It's really because you, it's like you're losing that hope, or you're like pessimistic, or thinking negatively or something like that, you know. Also, you like to feel like you have things under control in your world. Yeah, it's about control. It's about control. So you don't like want to lose what it is that you have. Fear of not having. Fear of other people seeing you not have, some of you. But your intuition is like telling you what to do. But there's a fear of losing, a fear of letting go. Yeah, not seeing how this could be beneficial. You're not seeing how it can be beneficial, which is kind of leaving you like not doing anything. But slow and steady wins the race here. You got to start putting things into action. It's okay to know exactly what you want, and I feel like you do. But it's like you need to make change. It's very interesting because it's going this way. It's like you need to make changes in order for that to happen. It's like you were pessimistic about whether things were going to happen, or life was just, you're kind of losing that optimism, your vision. and you're getting stuck in just how things are and how to work around a situation instead of letting it go. It's like you're refusing to let go of something or move on from that idea. Your intuition is showing you what you need to do. It's giving you new directions, but you're like trying to manipulate it to work for you almost. That's not working, but you're like consistently trying to hold on to that. So it's like you need to see that, yeah, you're going in the wrong direction. Okay. It's time for you to end this. It's time for you to move on. It's time for you to go into a new direction. You just need to be able to do that. Saging, letting go, cutting cords. Okay. If you're not sure how to cut cords, easy way to do it, put it into YouTube. There's plenty of meditations. You can put one on while you sleep. And you can Google it as well if you want to do like a written one or a ceremony. You know, some people like ceremonies. So whatever will help you, this is the time to do it. Okay. All right. I love you. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Well, hello, Capricorn. Let's see what we have for you May 6th through May 8th. Or, what update we have for you. Capricorn, yours is interesting. It's just a box. Yep. Okay. It was like a solid box, and you were just holding it just like this. Okay. So choose only positive thoughts to describe your home, career, finances, and your words determine your outcome. This is about being steady. And the base chakra is just about your stability, your home, your life. It's like, I feel like these things are in order, or it's time to get them in order, right? But I feel like things are well. For a lot of you who think that things are not well or things are not working out, you're in a really good spot. Actually, I feel like you need to look at the bigger picture. Things are going really well. Whatever you're doing in work, whatever you're doing in life is very steady. What I see is, how the foundation has to be built on, like everything has to be built on a strong foundation so it doesn't fall or tilt. A lot of spiritual teachers will tell you that. It's like you have a really good brick. You figured out how to make really good, sturdy, solid, generational bricks. Okay. And now that you've figured out how to do that, now it's just time for you to start laying a whole bunch of them to build a really good foundation. And then you're going to build a really good house on that. And then that house is going to last you forever, in any area that you're working on. This is almost like, Capricorn, you're doing a fantastic job. Pat yourself on the back and keep doing what it is that you're doing because it's working for you. Okay. All right. Okay. Like I said, you are building for the future. The 10 of Cups is 10 of Coins is at the bottom. This is about legacy. It's about family. It's about solid and reliable future. That's what you're building for yourself. Honestly, honest to God. Okay. And then right above that, you have the Lovers. This is also steady relationships. This is also finding a soulmate as well. So this is a relationship or something that is for you. It could just be a job. It could be your life purpose. It could be a person as well that is for you. So what this tells me is that you have blessings coming in. They could be in every different area or maybe even one. Just depends. Okay. But it's like you're building for the future. You're laying ground for the future. So whatever it is that you're doing, keep doing it. They're not going to tell you exactly what you're doing because it's about listening to your intuition and it's about fate at this point. Okay. Just whatever it is that you're doing now, you're doing great. You're doing well. You're doing fantastic. Keep doing it. Okay. You're very content right now. And that's another thing that you're going to see is you're feeling good. You're feeling happy. You're feeling steady. What was difficult is no longer difficult. You feel independent. You can make your own decisions. You're just feeling good. Okay. It's like you're in the center of a well of knowledge and you can do anything. You can make anything happen. I do feel like there was a disconnect with the Two of Cups. I do feel that. And I do feel from time to time, you may think to yourself, oh, I'm not exactly where I want to be, or everything isn't exactly perfect. But don't think that way. It's like, be happy and be content with what it is that you have created. You should be very proud about what you've created and just think of those things as, oh, I haven't gotten to those yet. Okay. But you're on the right track. Do not stop things from happening, because that's what's going to stop you is negative thoughts, negative talk, negative whatever. Okay. But in all honesty and all truthfulness, you're in a good position. Now, the Eight of Swords does come up in reverse, but it just talks about things picking up really fast. That's what that's about. It doesn't mean anything negative. I just feel like there's a lot of things coming towards you. There's a lot of things coming towards you and you shouldn't stop it. It's like a lot of things that are meant for you and you're going to have to make some decisions to say yes to these things are coming forward towards you. All of this is coming to help you build a better tomorrow for yourself. But keep in mind that you don't have to question because you have found the key to building great bricks in the foundation of your life. So you definitely know what decisions to make and what not to make. Okay? I love you, boo. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Hello, Pisces. Let's see what we have. I'm sorry. Aquarius. Let's see what we have for you. I'm sorry. I knew it was you and I still said it. Okay. Aquarius. Oh, you know why? Because I saw a big fish in a small aquarium. That's funny. And I thought it was Pisces. Yep. That's you. Big fish, small aquarium. Okay. So the ocean. The deep blue sea speaks to your soul, healing and soothing you. Even the part of imagining yourself dipping into its healing wound brings about desirable effects. Better yet, spend time physically near the ocean. Allow its power and beauty to wash away all cares and concerns. This is your call, Aquarius, to be that big fish. Okay? Because what it's showing me is a big fish in a small pond, and you're learning how to adapt to being in that small container, that small pond, that small aquarium, when really you should be in the ocean. Okay? Which means that there are depths to your soul, and it's okay for you to explore those. It's okay for you to want more and to want to expand. It's okay. It's okay for you to want to do that. You don't have to stay in one area. Also, there are people that are not going to see it the way that you see it as well, but you kind of got to do what you got to do and hope that they follow suit. Okay? That's what I'm going to say. So, the bottom of here, we have the Five of Swords. And those of you who know me, Five of Swords is my battle, not the war. Like winning the battles, not the war. So this is all like, you're dealing with each little thing as it comes. You're learning how to adapt into this small area. But at the same time, when you take a step back and look at the bigger picture, you want something bigger. You want something more. And you're suppressing yourself. So really, you're not winning. Really, nothing good is coming of this. When you think about it, it's like, yeah, I made it. I did the thing, but now what? I'm still in the same spot that I was in, right? So you've taken a rest. You've pulled back. You've allowed yourself to heal, hopefully. And I feel like during this rest, you started to notice, like as things started calming down for you and as you had to start coming out of that energy, or it was time to come out of that energy, things needed to change. But you're dealing with in an environment that doesn't want to change, or an environment that can't change. So you have learned how to adapt to that person, to this situation, to this job, right? The problem is you're seeing that you're not happy. You're not happy. You're a little bit off kilter. And you're tired of fitting in. You're tired of making it work. I definitely feel that. But it's time for you to start. There's nothing the matter with you being a dreamer, right? There's nothing the matter with you wanting more things. And I feel like you need to do that. It's like you need to honor yourself. There's so much that you can do. And suppressing yourself to make others happy or to make others uncomfortable is not really going to help the situation. It's really not. So it's like you need to break free because you need that sense of happiness. I'm thinking about that Queen song. Okay. I can't think. I think it's called Break Free. It's like it's going against your values and what you need to be happy. And nothing's the matter with that. It's like you need to explore that. You need to be a dreamer. You need to connect with those emotions because that's what makes you happy. This is how you win the war. It's like slowly integrating yourself out of this aquarium, out of this small pond. And it's going to be scary along the way, but the thing is, you're doing it for you. It's like you're doing it so you can be happy. I also see that it may be a little bit uncomfortable for everyone else, but in the long run, you being happy makes the situation better. It's almost like these people want you to be happy. This person wants you to be happy. Right now, they want you to be happy within their pond because it makes them feel safe. They don't really want the change. But I feel like because they care about you, if they do, and this is a big one, okay, that they're going to be okay with you expressing yourself and be supportive. If not, you're going to see that winning these little battles does not win the war for you, and you're going to have to shift yourself on out of this eventually. But we're not going to get to that yet. This is just about you integrating happiness into your life and stop suppressing that for something or someone else or for the greater good, but you're the one that's not happy. Okay? All right? I love you. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Hello, Pisces. Let's see what we have for you. Last but not least, right? I thought Aquarius had your energy, but yours is totally different. Two kids playing ball, bouncing it back and forth, just playing a game. That's what I got for you. We'll see what that means. Vegetarian, vegan. Fresh organic fruits and vegetables give you a boost of life force energy, which elevates your spiritual frequency. Yours is just about taking care of yourself and lifting up your vibe. Balance. Co-creating with the universe. Yours is pretty general. Yours is not as specific. Pisces, yours is literally like you can keep doing what you are doing, but eventually you're going to want to do something that works. That's what it is. Okay. You can keep doing what you're doing. You can keep, just doing the basics. But eventually you're going to have to do something different. Yeah. It really is about you, like, pretty much being established in how you are doing things. It's interesting because it is like you can keep doing what you want to do. It's just time to do it better. Or to do it better. It's like there's nothing the matter with your theories of your pace. You got a good foundation, I would say. You just got to start putting some like effort into it. That's the easiest way to say it. So, I feel like this is going to be really random. I feel like you just kind of been hanging out. You just been hanging out, doing the bare minimum, making things happen, doing what you're supposed to do, you know, because you're supposed to do it. Yeah, because you're supposed to do it and you don't want to miss out, you know, on things. But I do feel like there is a bit of being unmotivated from doing everyday things because it's kind of like the bare minimum. It's like, I'm doing it, you know, I'm going to work every day. I might not like it. You know, it's that kind of thing. But it's time for you to get out of that. So Spirit wants you to be more emotionally connected to your life and what it is that you're doing, because when you are more emotionally connected to things, it is more beneficial to you because you put more effort into it. Okay. So this is unconventional for you to not be fully like into something or to put energy into something you're not fully into. It's kind of like when you get, let me give you an example. When you get into a relationship and you're super into that person, you're so infatuated, it's like teenage love. Oh my God, how did I live without this person ever in my life? Blah, 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 right? And then after a while, you're just like, they want to go to counseling. You know, like, we got to deal with real stuff. This is not fun. This is not love. This is not infatuation, you know? But it's a part of relationships, a part of growing. It's a part of compromise, you know? It's like you're learning that part of things, but it's not interesting to you, so you're not really motivated. But this is about accepting that sometimes you got to put hard work into things to make it last. Everything isn't about quick responses or quick results. Okay. So it's like realizing that what's going to help you is realizing that you want to connect to something or that you want something in your life, whether it's a job, a goal, whatever it is. You want this. You want it to last. You want it to be there for a long time in your life, right? So what it means is you're going to have to be steadfast. You're going to have to do the boring stuff, you know? You're going to have to put the work in. It's not how you view it. It's not how you want. But you're learning how to nurture the things that you want to keep around in your life, even though, because for you, Pisces, these cards are boring. Okay. So it's boring, but it's about balance. It's about making things work. It's about, you know, keeping with things or learning how to be stable and stagnant. To you, it's stagnant. It's interesting because I'm an earth sign, so to me, I'm like, oh, this is nice, this is reliable. But to you, it's like, what? So yeah, keep your spirit up, meditate, be positive, eat better. Okay, some of you are overeating to compensate for your feelings and things like that, or under eating, whatever that is. So take care of yourself, because I feel like you need all the energy you can. But the thing that's going to keep you on this track, Pisces, which I'm getting away from, is that you really want that emotional connection to come back to work, to this person, to life, whatever, to your purpose. You want this emotional connection to come back. So by doing that, you gotta be brave and just keep going because it's something that you want, you know? So it's like, I got to get through this little hump, or we have to do the boring stuff, the responsible adult stuff. And then we can get back to the fun stuff eventually, you know? Okay. So thank you for being here. I love you. And I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.